Isang malawakang pag-aalsa ang pinamunuan ni Vice Presidente Inday Sara Duterte laban sa administrasyon ni Pangulong Kuting Jr. Ang hakbang na ito ay nagresulta sapagkat tameme ni na House Speaker Martin Tambaloslos at First Lady Lizetta Rasmags na kapwa na dawit sa kontrobersyal na usapin. Ayon sa mga ulat, hindi kinaya ng kampo ni Kuting Jr. ang sunod-sunod na pagbubunyag ni VP Sara sa mga umuring katiwalian sa gobyerno, kabilang na ang papel ni na Tambaloslos at Lizetta Rasmags sa ilang irregularidad. Sa kanyang talumpati, binigyan diin ni VP Sara na panahon na upang linisin ang gobyerno mula sa mga maling pamamahala at abusadong opisyal. Ang pagbubunyag na ito ay nagdulot ng malawakang suporta mula sa publiko, ngunit ikinabahala naman ng kampo ni Kuting. Sa kabila ng tensyon, nananatiling tahimik si Pangulong Kuting sa mga paratang na ito. Samantala, ang taong bayan ay naghihintay ng malinaw na aksyon mula sa pamahalaan at ng sagot mula kina Romualdez at Lizetta Nas. Maraming Pilipino ang nananawagan ng hustisya at masusing imbestigasyon upang matukoy ang katotohanan at tiyak na may pananagutan ang mga sangkot. Sa kasalukuyan, patuloy na tumitindi ang hidwaan sa loob ng administrasyon na maaari makaapekto sa buong bansa. At yan nga ang balitang ating pagkakatutukan. Ngunit bago ang lahat, siguraduhin mag-subscribe at ihit ang notification bell para sa patuloy na pagtutok sa mga silap ng bagong balita sa tunay na boses ng masa.
Okay. Sa umpisa, sa umpisa po, si Speaker Martin, medyo nadulas siya. Sabi siya na lang mag-explika. Pero before that, he was saying parang napapahamak yung mga ulitin natin
dapat na siya sumipot at mag-oath at mag-officialis niya. Siya lang yata may alam kung ano nangyari sa mga pondo kaya dapat siya lang mag-explika. Huwag na lang niyang bigay sa mga officials ng OVP. Dapat na siya sumipot at mag-oath at mag-salita at mag-explika kasi lahat ng mga officialis niya.
Okay. So, ini-echo niya po yung linya ng mga kongresista. Dumating siya. Ang sinasabi din nila dapat dumating yung mga special disbursing officers kasi nobody daw knows anything. Bukod pa dyan, parang sinasabi nila is that dapat dumating si VP Inday kasi either dun sa Congress sinasabi na instead parang pinapahamak nila yung ni VP Inday daw yung kanyang mga tao by not showing up. Dumadating naman daw yung mga tao niya. And as a result of that ay dinitain pa nila si Attorney Zulaika Lopez. Supposedly for delaying daw or dahil daw nakiusap siya sa COA na wag mo nang i-transmit yung liquidation ng confidential funds until such a time as na-resolve na first yung mga notices of disallowance at saka second dahil mayroong pending case sa Korte Suprema. What Speaker Martin is doing is ine-echo niya rin yung sinasabi, parang ginagawa ng mga kongresista is iniipit nila yung mga tao ni VP Inday at kitang-kita naman except for for a few of them, yung iba talaga pag sumasagot nanginginig ang boses. So ibig sabihin takot na takot sila. Tapos parang pinapalabas ng mga kongresista is that ayan yung boss nyo, kayo yung nandito ngayon. Diba? Imbis na siya yung dumadating. Now, why is this wrong? Okay? Generally naman talaga, the head of agency ay wala masyadong kinalaman dun sa mga day-to-day functions. Halimbawa, yung mga minutiae, tinatawag natin, o yung mga detalye ng mga transaksyon, walang kinalaman si VP Inday dyan. Sinabi na nga niya during one of her interviews, ay yung last press conference niya is hindi naman dumadaan ang mga acknowledgement receipt sa kanya. Hindi naman siya responsible for all of this. Bakit and yet Congress nagpipilit na papuntahin siya. So, but during the time naman na pumunta siya, hindi naman siya pinayagan hindi masyado siyang kinausap. Nakaupo lang siya doon. They never even put her under oath. Well, of course, she wasn't under oath kasi nga, a resource person siya. Ang argument niya is that as a resource person, they're only asking me for information, and that information doesn't need to be of a personal nature. Ibig sabihin, hindi ko ito alam in my personal capacity. I know it as an expert. Kasi usually, ang resource persons are there due to their expertise or experience. So, kung sakasakaling through experience, then the question, it could be argued that they can place her under oath, but only for those specific instances. So, gipit-gipit ang ginagawa nila, ipitan. So what is that? Ano yung ipitan na yan? If it weren't in Congress, then ang mangyayari niyan is grave coercion. Diba? Or coercion. At violation ito ng revised penal code. Kapag meron namang pagpipilit na ikaw ay magsinungaling, ito po ay perjury kung natupad yung pagsisinungaling. So, the only conclusion we can make out of this is whatever information comes from people who are coerced into answering is not good information. Of course, minsan meron naman dyan nasasagot dahil sa tindi ng takot, pero yung iba nagkakaroon na ng embellishments dahil sa tindi ng takot. So, no matter what information comes out of that, it still needs to be vetted. Ito sabi ni Jake, sa simpleng salita lang, nauutal pa, alam mo na may tinatanong, hindi maganda o nagsisinungaling lang. So, the other thing that we noticed, of course, Speaker Martin will reiterate what his congressmen are saying. Hindi naman pwede siyang lumihis dun sa mga yon kasi that would mean, hindi mo sinuportahan yung mga yon. But have you noticed what he looks like? Tingnan mo, medyo... Teka, haayusin natin. Tignan nyo, parang, but he doesn't look well. He looks really tired.
Siya lang yata may alam kung ano nangyari sa mga pondo Kaya dapat siya lang mag-explica. Huwag na lang yung...
Did you notice the dark circles under his eyes? Did you notice? Medyo bloated. He has really dark circles under his eyes. Hindi na yata nakakatulog si Speaker. Bakit kaya? I wonder what's keeping him up at night. Ano kaya ang wino-worry niya? Diba? Hindi, napansin nyo? He looks really awful here. Sabi ni Ma'am Cor, a strategy na nila yon, tanggihan, pero plano nila na paalisin si VP Sara. Oo, actually ilang beses sinabi ng mga kongresista na, we're not here to, bakit kayo matatakot? Wala namang kami dito to blame you or to find fault with you. We just need the information, ganun. Sabi niya, bakit di maintindihan magsalita si Tambi? Aba, maybe I don't know if it's a speech defect or maybe he's tired. Ayan. Bakit po hindi? He looks tired, di ba? He looks like ang itim sa ilalim ng mata niya. So hindi na yan skincare na yan, issue na talaga yan with baka kulang sa tulog, kulang sa I wonder what he's worried about. Sabi ni Maton, halatang may binabasa si Castro, mukhang binigyan ng script. So, my point in pointing this out is, why do you coerce your witnesses? So alam natin, di ba, si Garma halimbawa, nung una ayaw mag-testify, tapos she was always claiming one thing or another, pwede ba huwag niyo na akong tanungin sa ganyan. And then later on, na-detain siya, if I'm not mistaken, sa city jail, And then after one night, tinakot talaga siya dahil umiiyak na siya during the hearings. And then after that, sabi, sige, ililipat ka namin sa Congress. And then suddenly she was very, very cooperative. So, anong iisipin natin? Hindi ba parang coerced or influenced ang kanyang mga sinasabi as a result of this? Yung congressman kasi, have you noticed pag si Congressman Jay Conggun, halimbawa, nagtatanong, parating nakaganon siya. Parati ka naman ganyan eh. Di ba? Parang, tinanong ka lang eh. Hindi, yung tinatanong ko lang ganito. He's always angry at the witness. He's always hostile. So, para sa akin, hindi na yan, kumbaga, unruly behavior na yan. You don't treat people like that. You don't, particularly if you claim to represent the people, you claim to represent the interests of the people, tapos ganyan ka magsalita, hindi naman yata tama, di ba? Sabi ni Awi, I really hope he looks tired of doing these things. His evil deeds are keeping him up at night. Maybe he's pressured. One of my theories, and my favorite one, is that marami talaga silang inasahan under the Biden administration. Hindi pa yan sila, they have not looked okay since lumabas yung balita na nanalo si Trump. Now, I'm not saying that there's reason for us to hope on the U.S. side. Any U.S. president will act in the U.S.'s interests. But why is the president and the House Speaker always so worried nowadays? Hindi naman nagbago. Nagre-resist pa rin naman tayo. Nagre-resist pa rin si VP Inday. Although, she has not even been vocal lately. Or it's also possible na na it was the House hearing that they feel had gotten out of hand, and now that that so many of our personnel in the uniformed services are becoming a little more outspoken, then it might also be these things that they're worried about. Okay. So, Ethel Perez says, pinipilit ni Tamba na magsalita si VP sa Confi para makasuhan kasi yan lang ang pag-aasa nilang makasuhan. Not for public consumption ang topic na Confi at kung kumagat si VP, bingo na sila. So, ganito din yan eh. You're right. You're actually right. They're trying to get, parang Sunny Trillanes School of Investigation yan. Gusto mong kasuhan yung tao. Pero wala kang ebidensya. Pipilitin mo yung tao na inaakusahan mo mag-provide ng ebidensya. So, if Congress is doing this and Speaker Martin is allowing his congressmen to do this, tama ba na tuloy-tuloy pa rin siya maging leader? Kasi in the end, that's what this is about, di ba? Nag-umpisa itong lahat ng gulo na to, napilitan magsalita si Presidente Duterte because, di ba? Because they tried, there was an obvious ploy to try to change the Constitution. And then nakita na nga, maliwanag na maliwanag the way they have been maltreating or mistreating VP Inday. Alam ko yan that they had been mistreating her even before. It became obvious na lang to the public later on nung meron ng mga isnaban, meron ng yung mga nagsasagot siya sa Kongreso at sa Senado tungkol sa confidential funds, which in 2022 the President's office released to her office. Ngayon, ibig sabihin yan, the OP signed on dun sa kagustuhan ni VP. O sige, kailangan nyo, you need something, you need funding for this or that activities, for confidential activities, sige, bigyan kita. OP initially released it. In 2023, meron na, pinagbigyan na siya ng Kongreso, binigay na yan, and hindi pa ng 2023. I think, saan ba nanggaling yun sa 2023? Unless na-include nila. Wala yan sa National Endowment Fund. But by 2024, nasa NEP na yan. So kung 2023, hindi yan binigay through the budget, it would still have been released by the Office of the President. They would have sourced funding for her. Kasi, At the time, I remember that the president would have given her anything she wanted or needed. Kasi nga, nararamdaman pa nila yung gratitude. Yun po yung maliwanag na nakikita doon sa actions ng presidente. Even for example, during shortly after inauguration, nakikita na natin na the president, in organizing his cabinet, was giving VP whatever she wanted, pero nung umpisa pa lang nakita natin hindi pwede yung defense. O di sige, dun siya binigay sa kanya yung pinaka-problematic na department, and well, she never complained, but in order for her to undertake that, she required it was needed, yung confi funds, so they made sure that she would get it. So, yung National Endowment Fund, presidente pumipirma niyan. Nire-recommenda yan ng DBM. At hindi marirekomenda yan ng DBM. Even if DBM recommended that, kung hindi yan pinayagan ng presidente, hindi yan makukuha. Fining Connie says, wala po bang pwedeng ikaso sa mga congressman na yan sa pag-abuse ng power nila? Okay, this is an often repeated question. I keep saying that you're asking this because you're looking to a legal solution. There are two possibilities here, a legal solution or a political one. Naghahanap kayo ng legal because it doesn't require you to move. Diba? But the answer is really a political solution, either elections o magrarally or both. Because the legal solution, you will come up with one of the biggest walls of all. Harang. Ano yung pinakamalaking harang? Yung parliamentary immunity nila. Now, may mga instances na hindi applicable yung parliamentary immunity. So, titignan nyo pa. Ano yung mga instances na meron silang mali na ginawa na hindi sila covered ng immunity. So, Juan Santos says, Mark Taguba was convicted on November 18, 2024. The RTC found him and his co-accused guilty of importing 600 kilograms of shabu. Baka nakalimutan na ata ito ng Congress, who accused Paulo and Carpio on the drug shipment. So, totoo naman yun. Si Taguba yung convict. Oh, you mean kasi ginagawa siyang witness. Okay, tama. Ginagawa siyang witness, convicted. Doon nga sila mahilig sa mga ganyan eh. Meron silang kasamahan convicted sa RTC. Meron silang mga witnesses convicted. Si Laila de Lima, alam natin na suddenly nagbaliktaran yung kanyang mga witnesses, 'di ba? Kaya lang siya na-acquit. Sabi ni Leticia, si Colonel Garma nakita naka-check-in sa isang hotel sa Okay, they took her testimony. Binigay yung testimony niya dun sa supposedly ICC officials who are in the Philippines. We already talked about this. Okay? Yun po yung prevailing theory is that she was brought there kaya andun din si Trillanes because he is an interested party in the case. I'm surprised na wala doon si Attorney Conti. But maybe hindi lang siya nakita. Sabi ni Vovo, kaya din hindi nila sila, yung mga Duterte kino-contempt kasi hindi sila mahuhuli sa pagsasalita. Possibly. Sabi ni Benji, he looks tired because all their ploys failed and has backfired. They're running out of ridiculous strategies. Alam nyo, nasa 2023 nasa NEP at GAA na. Okay, which means na pinagbigyan siya talaga. Ganito yan ha. The reason significant na nasa NEP noong 2023 ay dahil wala yan doon sa NEP before kami umupo. Okay? When the Marcos administration came in 2022, wala pa yan. So that was included. Okay? Or dinagdagan. Because in 2022, nag-release din ng pondo, tapos 2023, nag-release din. We are supposed to be bound by the NEP of the previous administration, pero nadagdagan pa rin. Hindi siya, nasa NEP ba siya ng 2023 o nasa GAA siya? So there's a difference ha, kasi wala yan originally sa NEP. Ibig sabihin, ang presidente was on board, not just on board, but as the DBM recommended it, which means that required discussion, which means imposibleng bulag ang presidente tungkol dyan. Next. If you're going to send me a link but not tell me what I am looking at, hindi ko po yan makaklik habang naka-StreamYard ako. So I don't know what link it is you're pointing to. So ganito ha, para mabilis ang ang kasagutan natin sa mga Q&A natin dito, kailangan po kukumpletuhin nyo yung katanungan nyo. You can provide a link, we will require a link, pero I can't click that link kasi sa StreamYard lalabas po yung inyong comment, which means I can't click that.
Magandang balita ang hatid namin sa inyo ngayong araw. Sa pagtatapos ng aming balitaan, nagbigay kami ng mga mahalagang impormasyon. Maraming salamat sa pagtutok at pagsuporta sa aming programa. Huwag kalimutang manatili sa mga susunod na araw para sa mga bagong balita at mga kwento na dapat nating abangan. Mula sa Boses ng Masa, magandang araw, Pilipinas!